to help cancer-affected families find hope. The organization was inspired by Miss Sally Derrick here, resident of the beautiful city of West Melbourne, and her continuing cancer journey. And whereas Give a Little Hope Foundation serves our local community by providing financial assistance in areas that other resources will not cover, included but not limited to co-pays, rent, utilities, gas money, transportation, insurance premiums, hot meals, hotel stays for treatment, etc. They do this as a 100% volunteer organization, and they give 100% to the families or project chosen by the donor unless unspecified. And whereas in early 2016, Give a Little Hope will be establishing a Cancer Resource Center for the south of our area, which will become their headquarters. It will also be a one-stop shop for local, regional, and national cancer resources. It will provide funding options, answers to tough questions, list of local and regional oncologists, counselors, and support groups. It will be a place for free screening to the most detectable cancers and a place for the community to get involved. And therefore, be it proclaimed that the Mayor, the City of West Melbourne City Council, Brevard County, Florida, support the efforts of Give a Little Hope Foundation. Witness my hand in the seal of the city this 21st day of July 2015. Al J. Rose, Mayor. I'll have Sally say a few words. She can explain this a little better.
Face this way too, guys. Thank you.
At least one of you look good.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Sally Derrick, and I have been a Brevard County resident for 53 years and 11 years as a proud West Melbourne resident. My family and I were busy enjoying life here when we received a word that rocked our world. That word was cancer. I sat on the cold, hard table at the hospital and saw my life fall on the floor and could not pick it up or even reach it. I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, spleen cancer. 2 months later followed a lung cancer diagnosis, melanoma, and my current battle is esophageal. Fighting the cancer battle is a beast. The surgery, recovery, and the awful chemotherapy is a battle like no other. You daily live a life between life and death. But there's another fight that people rarely hear about, and that's the financial struggle. Up until my diagnosis, I just assumed that if you had a problem, a medical issue, insurance paid 100%. Boy, was I wrong. So I thought that maybe the American Cancer Society would step in. Wrong again. No doctor here in Melbourne would operate on my pancreatic cancer because of the late stage, and I was sent to the Mayo Clinic, where I was out of network for my insurance and was told they would only pay 40 to 60%. 40 to 60% of $1 million is unbelievable. Then I was sent home for treatment and told I needed a shot that cost $5,000 a week and was not covered at all for insurance. Never in my life was I ever made to feel so beat down. I felt so unworthy of being here. I felt so hopeless. I felt guilty because I was trying to imagine a future without me, a future that my daughter would meet her future in-laws and explain how she lost her mom at a young age, and would my son graduate high school and get a driver's license, and would my older son, would I be able to hold my grandchildren? On top of all that worry, now I had to worry about money. I needed help, I needed my life, and my life needed me. All the technology was expensive. I was so angry at my body for allowing all these tumors to continue. But I needed help, and that's where Give a Little Hope came in. Hope is such a big word to a cancer patient. Hope means that in our darkest hour, that we can see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Give a Little Hope stepped in and pays our co-pays, our groceries, our electric bill, our wigs, whatever we need. They rescue a family when you are at your deepest, darkest hour. Give a Little Hope allows a family to see a future when we didn't think that was possible. Terminal cancer is a slow and painful process which can challenge the spirit of the strongest warriors. The statistics give us little bit of hope, but Give a Little Hope gives us inspiration and helps us continue. 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed in cancer. Our community is full of these brave warriors that truly need help and deserve help and have nowhere else to turn. Cancer has taught me to love harder and to forgive, and as a community you can make a difference. The sad part is my story is not alone. It is duplicated every day. So many people contact Give a Little Hope, and when I meet with them and we share our stories, the 2 things that we all have in common is time and money. There's never enough of it. We all fear saying goodbye to the ones we love the most. I will let Randy tell you just a few words about what our organization is, but to me, Give a Little Hope means that it saves lives, it rescues family, and not just the money-wise. My favorite part about Give a Little Hope is that they're our biggest cheerleaders, that they came in and loved on my family and me when I needed them most, and I knew that I was no longer alone. I'm here today because of my faith and by the grace of God, and I will stay strong and I will continue to fight this fight with the commitment of paying it forward. And I truly believe that the motto we should all live by is we rise by lifting others. Thank you.
It's definitely not hard to see why Sally Derrick is the founding inspiration and the motivation behind stirring the passion of people behind Give a Little Hope and why we do what we do. People just like Sally Derrick are all around us, whether we know it or not, wearing their wig and looking perfectly normal next to us in the grocery line. Whether they have a smile or a grimace, they're literally all around us. And when we started Give a Little Hope, February 2013, it was under the premise of giving, even if it's just a little nugget of hope, to each and every person that we can reach out to by means of whatever it is. It could be visiting them in the hospital, it could be praying with them, it could be just calling them weekly. Hey, how are you doing? Do you need any help this week? Sometimes it's writing the check for the FPL bill, sometimes it's rent, and sometimes it's co-pays, or just last week I was helping fix a guy's car because they needed to get to the treatment and they were down to 1 car. I'd never changed a fan assembly in my life, just so you know. But it worked out. We got it done. Things like that where you can come into contact, you can meet with these people, sit down with these people, and actually see their spirits lifted and see the hope in their lives. The proclamation is pretty much said everything that's the nugget of us. 100% volunteer, 100% local, Brevard County, and 100% of our donations are given to local cancer-affected families. There's no weird percentages. So I'm so thankful that the City of West Melbourne is standing with us, and we look forward to a bright and hopeful future.
I'd like to ask all of the family to come up here as a group, and council come down here too, and support them, take a good picture, and support a great lady and a great cause.
This is my daughter Brooke, my son Andrew, my son Grant, my mom, my awesome brother from Tennessee, David, my amazing support husband, who's just everything, Steve, best friend neighbors, Ann, daughter Grace, Hannah, my sister-in-law Robin. I have Belinda, Rusty, we have Joe, Randy, Becky, Terry, that's right. Chemo brain, it does you in. But thank you guys so much for listening to our story, and I hope that when you know someone with cancer, just send them our way and know that we just want to love on them, and that's the only way to get through this is to have someone stand with you. And I'm so thankful that I have a great support system. Thank you.
get everybody closer, like we're all family now. I'll stay with that. Can you get everybody? You need in the mood like I have rules. Chief.
Very nice.